guys, Danica here with another process video. Finally finishing up my week 33. Trying something a little bit different this week, showing you both pages at once instead of doing one at a time. What I have here is a Design G insert that I did previously, and then my final page using the Design A page protector. I am doing this for the Take 10 blog. However, only one of the cards actually came from my Take 10 kit. The rest of them are just kind of a random assortment that I grabbed out of my stash, or I used the Pink Fresh, it was the Happy Things line. I had that paper pad that I bought in the Take 10 shop. And so right now I'm just journaling. This is a Heidi Swapp card. I believe it was from the Favorite Things core kit. So I'm just doing my journaling and adding the date to that. And I'm going to add some of the washi that came in my August kits to this card. The card really didn't need much, but when I had it on the other side of the page, something from the other side of the page kind of poked through, and I don't know if you can really see it there, but it's just to the right of my. And so I wanted to add this wooden arrow that kind of points up to that picture of my daughter and I at the pool, and just kind of added the washi for a little bit extra. So that was really just to cover something up that I didn't want to show. So I added a little puffy sticker to that top journaling card just to bring some of that yellow in, kind of that yellow orangey color from both sides. I'm going to use these Simple Stories alphas to put the word oops. This was, I was cutting up some fruit and I dropped my knife and it stuck straight into the floor. So it was just kind of one of those funny things that I just felt like I should document. Here I have the Elle Studio, I think they're the Foodie cut aparts. I don't remember if those, I've gotten those from so many different places. I purchased them and then I got them in a Citrus Twist kit, and then I do think they came in one of the Take 10 kits as well. So I've gotten those from all over the place, and I kind of laugh every time they're included in a kit or every time I got a new set of them. But I use them a lot. I take a lot of pictures of our food and the places we go, so it works. But I'm going to use the stamp from the Wonder Kit. It just says hashtag favorite. It's Dairy Queen. It's right by our house. We like to go there for ice cream every once in a while. So just kind of adding some things to that. The little heart came from the Foodie die cuts that I also purchased. So, and that little This Was speech bubble also came from that. I also added a stamp to the bottom of the card. That was from a previous, I think that was the ice cream stamp from Take 10. So I pulled out, I think, 4 different Take 10 stamps for this layout. It was the one that came with the Wonder Kits, the ice cream one, and then the 2 Foodie stamps. And I used those throughout the layout. So just using my labels to add some journaling and the date to that card. And I really don't do a whole lot of embellishing on these pages. I think I was just I'm kind of in a place where I'm just done with this week and I'm ready to move on to something different. So I don't know if it was just getting kind of lazy or what it was. I was just kind of done embellishing, and so I kept it a little bit simpler this time. But I did want to say I'm trying this different thing. I've seen a lot of different YouTubers use, like, they'll have this, the blank white paper with the grids in it, and then you can kind of see how I think about things and where I put things. And, originally I had that picture in the upper right-hand corner of the Design G page protector, but I decided that was just too many pictures all in a row. I already had on the Design A side 2 collages on the top row, and so I just felt like it needed a card to kind of break it up a little bit, because these are facing pages, so they will always look this way in the book together. So now I'm kind of moving on to this next page. I had that Sweet Treats from the Elle Studio die cut pack, and I cut it to fit it between the card and then the picture of the desserts that we got. And then I have that details tab that I do end up using on that card for some journaling. So now I'm just kind of going through the cut aparts and the ephemera oh, sorry, not the ephemera, the die cuts that I got. going through those. So that black and white is also from the Happy Things, and then the polka dot card, I'm just not sure exactly. It probably came in a swag bag or something from Paper Issues. So I have a little container that just has a bunch of random cards that don't really fit with all of my kits. And so a lot of times I'll just pull something from there if the colors happen to go or look good with what we're doing. So I'm stamping on this label. It was a stamp from one of the Take 10 stamps, one of the foodie stamps that said something about chocolate. And so we had two of the desserts we'd gotten that night were chocolate desserts. I actually got it's like a mango marzipan kind of, I don't know, it was really good actually. But so just adding the journaling here to this little collage of a restaurant that we went to when we went shopping. We went to Omaha, which is about an hour from where I live, and that's where Nebraska Furniture Mart is, and that's where we went shopping to buy furniture for our basement. So this was kind of the week when I felt like things were kind of starting to come together. We actually purchased our furniture, and it was just a matter of getting the basement done, having the workers finish working on the basement. So I added my journaling there to that little card, and I decided that on this card or this paper previously I had used some watercolors. So I wanted to tie that together from my previous pages, and you can see that in my my parts 1 and 2 of this layout set. But I did use watercolors there, so I wanted to use some on this page just to kind of bring that all together and just add some color to that black and white card. So now this is a wood veneer that came in my kit, and I'm using it to point over to the card next to it. It was kind of a funny story. I was just on the Project Life Junkies Facebook page, and someone was asking about people who had YouTube channels, and it was Angela Hanks who said she's currently obsessed with me and 2 other YouTubers, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was just, I don't know why, it just really struck me as funny, and like that, I guess that I have fans. I don't know why, that just seems so weird to me, but anyway, I've been really enjoying doing these YouTube videos, and I hope that all my subscribers are enjoying them, and please let me know if there's something you'd like to see. I've tried to do some different things with my pages and my videos and how I present them. And so just let me know if there's something else you wanted to see. But I will be doing a craft room tour here coming up pretty soon. I have my craft room all completed, so I'm really excited about that. This is my first video that I recorded in my new craft room. I had to kind of adjust my lighting a little bit, but I think it looks all right. I do have a little bit of shadows there, so I don't know. I kind of played with it for probably about 30 minutes before I actually started scrapping and recording, and I think I have it where it's going to be for now. There probably will be some shadows when I record during the day because I have a window right behind me where I record. So, which is great for natural light, but it does create some shadows. So I'm just adding some journaling and a little title to these pictures. This was our shopping at Furniture Mart, and that's the rug we picked out for the family room. And I used that little sticker that said, "Are we there yet?" I know typically, you think of that as something you'd use for a trip or something like that, but I kind of like to equate it to, "Are we there yet? Are we done with this basement project yet?" So that's how I kind of used it on there. Adding some journaling to this. We have a new sandwich shop around the corner from our house that just opened up called Capriati's. I know it's a national chain. Probably other people have had it for a long time, but it's new to our town. So we've really been enjoying having lunches and dinners there. And what I'm doing now, I finally picked up some watercolor paper. I do some watercoloring on regular cardstock, but a lot of times it just kind of soaks into the cardstock, whereas the watercolor paper, it kind of sits on top of it. And as you see there, it's kind of nice. I can kind of dab it off a little bit, and I can make it lighter or darker. But I'm going to have fun playing with that. I cut 3 3x4 cards, and I think I'm going to do some more watercoloring on those, just kind of some random colors just to use for later. So I set that aside to dry. I'm going to do some stamping on that with some of the foodie stamps. And I kind of played around with moving the picture of our desserts up, because actually what happened in that upper right corner actually happened after that. So to me, though, it's kind of like this is all pretty much Saturday and Sunday on this page, and it really doesn't matter if it goes in the top or the bottom. I used to get really hung up on the stuff in the middle, or the top was the first thing and then it kind of goes in order, but I've let go of some of that. I think as long as it's all in the same week, it really doesn't matter, although I probably still wouldn't put something that happened on Monday on my last page, but I'm making progress, baby steps, So here I stamped out that stamp from the Take 10 Foodie stamp. It says love it, like it, and I think the other one says hate it. I'm not sure. I probably would never use that because I pretty much like anything. But so I used that to do the little checkbox. And after I was done, I realized there was like this teeny tiny little heart on the stamp. I thought, oh, that would have been so cute to use. Anyway, my video cut off a little bit when I did that bottom card. All I did was add chicken nachos, little title to that. So here's my close-ups. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching.